Hello Driving Intelligence community. My channel is made up of a lot of content that focuses on performance, form, and function of vehicles, whether that be boats, trucks, or cars. Well, in this video I'm going to focus on the function of my 2002 F150. Several years ago I put an electric cooling fan kit on there, and this kit I bought from a company. It was a turnkey kit, included the fan, the shroud, and the wiring harness. I had a lot of problems with the wiring harness and the relays. The relays kept burning up. That's why I've never recommended this. I've never put any links below in my videos. But this made me nervous about whether or not that fan is running when I'm driving down the road or sitting in traffic, because you might be listening to music, you might have the windows open, you might be having a conversation with somebody, and you don't know whether or not that relay burned up and your electric fan is not operating and your engine is overheating. Well, I just happened to be going through different web pages, and I found an indicator light from a company called Tace that has a fan icon on it, and I can wire it into my system to show me when that electric fan is running, and that's what this video is about. I'll have a nice bright green light in my console that'll show me when that fan turns on and give me confidence that I've got cooling even when I can't hear that fan running. So stay tuned. Before I get into the install, I need to make a couple of points. Make sure you feel confident with your electrical skills. This install taps into your vehicle's wiring harness, so be sure to use proper wire sizes and always use appropriately sized fuses. In other words, do your research. The beginning of this video includes my mistake. I tapped into the thermostat in the block to get a ground signal when the engine reaches a predetermined temperature, and this did not work. With key on, engine off, the indicator light illuminated. I went back to the drawing board and used a hard ground and a positive signal going to the fan from the relay. In retrospect, I should have used a positive trigger in the first place to achieve my objective, which is to know when the relay closes, sending current to the fan. For those of you who are electrical experts, please comment below why the ground trigger did not work in the first place. And no, I didn't do my electrical planning while drinking in my bar. It's just a good place to make a video. And now on with installation of this LED. I'm going to install that indicator light in my navigator console. Incidentally, I'll link that navigator console video below. This button right here is used to turn on the fan. You should be able to hear that. And what I'd like to do is put that indicator light right up here somewhere that's close to the button so that it kind of integrates with the button. I made a decision to put that little indicator light right here, which makes a lot of sense since it's right next to the button. So all I got to do is drill a hole straight through that. I'd say that looks pretty custom. The sad thing is these are blue and that's green. I couldn't find this in a blue color. Now I'm going to explain how I'm going to hook this up. So this is my indicator light that I just mounted. On one side I'm taking it to positive, so it's switched hot. And this will not be closed, or actually a closed circuit, until the relay that is attached to the fan, the electric fan, and to the block through a thermostat that's in the block, that's in the coolant system. When it gets up to a specified temperature, this closes the ground, tells the relay that the fan should turn on, and the fan runs to cool down the engine. So I'm going to run this wire to here. This fan indicator light has been more challenging than I expected. I thought I could hook it up to the ground activated thermostat on the block. That didn't work because as soon as I turned the key on, it turned the light on. So I'm going to do it in reverse and have the fan light turn on when it hits positive. I connected the ground to a solid ground source near the light in the cab of the vehicle, and then I hooked the positive to the wire that is tripped by the relay for the cooling system to turn on the fan, and that's this white wire. The red wire going to that fan is for a switch, and the switch in the cab turns this on in case the white wire does not turn it on. So this red one is the backup. So here you can see I've got the wire stripped for the white one. I tested this to find out that this is the one that's thermostatically operated. And there are my relays over there. So this comes all the way around here, activates this white one, big heavy gauge wire. And this is my positive going to the light. So right now I'm just clamping it on there to see if it activates with the power in that wire. And as soon as the thermostat gets hot enough, I've got the engine running right now. This should turn on with the fan. And there it goes on. It worked. All right, now that I've confirmed it,
I'm going to permanently wire this in. I'm going to solder the lugs together to make sure that I have perfect continuity, but I'm also going to put an inline fuse to make sure that in case I have a problem with this wire, that the fuse blows to that and doesn't cause an electrical fire in the vehicle. And although it's not the prettiest job I've ever done, I put everything back together. I've got the fuse in line here just in case the wire gets hot for that little lamp and doesn't affect the main wiring going to the fan. Everything's reconnected. And now I have an indicator light when that fan comes on. Just an extra safety step to make sure I know that my engine is cooling when it gets to higher temperatures. Thanks for watching. Please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. See you next time on Driving Intelligence.